Hello everyone and welcome to another segment of Ilyan Al Kareem in Conversation. Today I am here with Ma'am Jahanara, who in short is the president of Pasha, an entrepreneur and the founder of Nest.io. So Ma'am Jahanara, मेरा आपसे पहला सवाल ये है, can I call you Jahanara Apa?
You can call me what you like. You can even call me the big bird, which a lot of people call me.
Alright, I'll be coming back to that in a while. So my first question to you is, what exactly is Pasha?
So Pasha is a trade association that represents the technology sector in Pakistan. So the IT and IT enabled services sector.
So is it a not-for-profit organization?
So it is registered with the SECP. It is not for profit, but it's not like an NGO.
Okay, and did you launch Pasha?
No, I did not. It was launched in 1976 by Izaz Hussain, who was at that time also the founder of Systems Limited, which is our oldest company. But I joined Pasha in 1994 and have since been part of Pasha.
All right. How has Pasha contributed to the Pakistan economy?
So Pasha, since the very beginning, I think the intention was to have the IT sector recognized as an industry. So Pasha was responsible in doing that, so that the government recognized that IT was an area that was important and that was actually an industry. Until then, I think the technology sector was seen as just fun and games. But now it contributes a lot to the economy of this country, and if the right policies are in place, it can contribute a lot more.
Absolutely. Technology has always been considered a more male-dominated industry. So in regards to you being in that industry, keeping the statement in mind, how has your journey in this industry been so far?
So yes, it's still true. Only about 12 to 15% of IT companies actually have women within the company, and even less have women at the helm of the company. So as CEOs or directors of companies, you find very few females are part of it. My journey, because I started my own company with a friend, so it was easier simply because I wanted to do certain things, I wanted to create impact, and that's what we did. And as part of Pasha, I always found that the men within the tech sector were always very respectful. And because I threw so much passion into my work and tried to make a difference, they accepted me for who I was. And I think that's normally true if once you're given an opportunity.
Absolutely.
The problem is very often you're not given an opportunity.
Well, you've paved the way for everyone here. Coming to the Nest.io. So what exactly is the Nest.io and how does it work?
Okay, so the Nest.io is a part of Pasha. We started it as a startup incubator 6 years ago, exactly 6 years ago. January 1st, we completed 6 years. And the whole idea was that there are never going to be enough jobs for the young people in this country, and especially in the city of Karachi, where there are so many young people, there's such a large population, and there are just not enough jobs. So we thought if we can provide an opportunity for these young people to turn ideas that they might have for interesting companies, then we could teach them how to turn that into a business. And that would help them to create jobs, that would help them to generate revenue for themselves, and that would help the overall economy of this country. And we have been able to do that. We've had 200 startups who have graduated from the Nest.io, and they are doing amazing things. Some have failed, which is a natural part of the ecosystem anywhere in the world. But many of them have succeeded, many of them have raised investment, have created a lot of jobs and a lot of impact.
That's great. So I'm assuming that the Nest.io has counselors and advisors for these new startups. So do these advisors and counselors get a stake in the business?
So yes, there are a lot of mentors who are part of and advisors who are part of the Nest.io advisory board, as well as people that we connect our startups to. To date, none of them has taken a stake in any of the businesses. But now that the startups have started to accelerate, we are now an accelerator. We are focusing on making sure that more companies get investment. Yes, when people put in money, then they get a stake.
All right, absolutely. And so how does Nest.io get the money to finance these startups?
That is a very important question. So in the beginning, the Nest.io started with a grant from Google for entrepreneurs, from Samsung, and from the US State Department. They were the ones who gave us the money to start this, because we don't want to charge youngsters who don't have money in the first place, and also who wouldn't be able to afford a place like this. So that was what enabled us to do this. Google subsequently also gave us second and third grants, and that's why we've been able to function so far. Now we are looking for local partners who will give us the money we need to carry the mission forward. And at the moment, fundraising is what I'm doing.
Oh, that's great. Hopefully you'll be able to get success in there. Does Nest only support tech startups, as it is a subsidiary of Pasha?
So we intend for the Nest.io, actually we intended for it 6 years ago to be a separate entity on its own, because the tech sector on its own and the startup ecosystem function very differently. So Pasha's mission is very different from the Nest.io's mission, but we never got around to making it a separate entity. The thing is, we decided early on that it would be a technology incubator and accelerator. The reason for that is any business that is going to scale can only do so if they use technology, which doesn't mean you have to create a technology product. It means that whatever business you're doing, so look at a food business for instance, you use technology to scale and grow it much faster. So that's the only requirement, that you must be using technology in some way and in some innovative fashion.
Absolutely. Now we move on to the rapid fire segment of our interview. You mentioned your nickname is Big Bird. So do you prefer Big Bird, or would you rather have Angry Bird as your nickname?
No, Big Bird. I'm not a very angry person, except when somebody says something to really annoy me.
All right. You were born in Hong Kong.
I was born in Karachi, but I grew up in Hong Kong.
Oh, all right. That's my mistake there. So do you prefer Hong Kong or Pakistan?
Actually, I have a soft corner for both, because Karachi is my birthplace and Hong Kong is where I grew up and where I learned how to be the person that I am. So, and then coming back to Karachi, I have been able to become so much a part of Karachi life that I cannot choose. So I consider both of them my home.
All right. What is your favorite engineering category?
Oh, that's difficult. I never thought about it actually. I wouldn't be able to tell you what category is. Really, I mean, to choose one would be very, very difficult.
All right, moving ahead. Do you think AI will take over human software development?
I don't think it will take over. It won't take over anything, but there are things that humans do right now that are very, that take up a lot of time and a lot of energy, but don't really require a lot of thinking and innovation. So those automated tasks will help humans to focus a lot more on doing many more amazing things. So I think there is room for both AI and human beings. They will never replace us, but yeah, they will be able to play a big role in doing a lot of automated tasks that we at the moment waste our time on.
All right, and last question. What is your advice to future entrepreneurs and IT specialists that are aspiring?
I would tell them, don't let anyone tell you that it cannot be done. If you think it can be done, give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? You'll fail. Try again. The best entrepreneurs I know have failed 3 or 4 times and are now doing extremely well. So don't let anyone tell you not to try it.
Those are some golden words. Thank you very much, Jahanara Apa, for your time and your knowledge. It was great having you here.
Thank you, Ilyan. I'm glad that we had a chance to talk.
Absolutely. This is Ilyan Al Kareem signing off.